Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to In the Trenches with Dr. Tammy. So listen. I know. I had to take just a little bit of a break, a much needed staycation to regroup with so much going on in the world and in my life with work, the podcast, the wedding. I needed a moment for myself. I needed a moment for myself. That is one of the things that I always tell each of you, to make sure you take a moment for yourself, because that is a time that you can take to regroup, to check whether or not you are meeting your goals that you have set for yourself. You may even need to rewrite some goals. You may have to start over, but it is okay. It is okay. It is okay for you to do this. And I need to remind you of that. With everything that I am seeing going on around me as I watch the news, as I am on social media, I am seeing people who are quite disheartened. So today, I'm going to do something else that I've told you to do, and that is I am going to pivot, meaning that what I was going to talk about today, I'm led to discuss something else. So I'm going to pivot because as I do my best, as I do my best to be a good person, an understanding person, a helpful person, productive at work, in my entrepreneurship, in my friendships, in my relationship, I find that as I'm going through each of these spaces in my life, I see how people are hurting. I see people feel as if no one hears them. I see people who feel as if no one sees them, as if they're invisible to their partner, to their family, at work. They feel unappreciated. They feel taken for granted. They are feeling unsupported. And in some instances, they are feeling unloved. If you follow me on social media, then you know that maybe a week or two ago, I made a post about that. And it doesn't just apply to my significant other. I posted something to the nature of, I am so glad, I am so glad that God has seen fit to allow me to receive love, like the love I give to others, like the love that I speak for others to have. That I am so grateful that He has allowed me to be a walking testimony for you. And I say that because not only have I been hurt romantically, because most people, when you say receive love, most people think that you're only talking about your person. And while that may be true for me as well, it's not the only place in my life that I've been hurt. I've been hurt in friendships. I've been hurt by family members, co-workers who felt like family members to me. So as I sit and listen and read or watch, I am seeing this same thing happening with people around me. Even people who I don't know, I am seeing them on social media saying, hey, I don't feel loved. I don't know why I can't do this or why I can't do that. Why isn't this working for me? When I tell you that what I want you to do is to remember these things, it doesn't matter. It does not matter who or what you think doesn't see you, or you think they're not giving you enough of what you give them. Because I have found as a giver, people take, people take, people take, people take, people take until you decide that I'm not going to give as much, or you learn to discern who you are going to give to. Now, something that has also come up a lot, and again, today we're just going to talk about it. We're going to call this a Talk About It Friday. I have people saying to me that my spouse isn't supporting me. And I have that card here because I wanted to make sure I didn't forget to talk about that today. That my spouse makes me feel unseen, unheard. I am alone. I don't have the support that I need in my own home. And as I process that, what I know is this. I've been there. And I know some of you are like, she's wearing her glasses. I am, because I always forget to wear them. But when I have to read something, I make sure I have them nearby. So I was married. You all know this. I was married for 18 years. 18 years. And you all think, oh my word, why were you married 18 years if it wasn't working? Well, because you want to keep trying for the sake of the children. You want to try your best to work it out. But when I hear someone speak about there been a lack of support, I understand that because I felt that. I was, of course, on a journey to become as educated as I possibly could become. And that was an area of contention in my marriage. I wanted to do things. They didn't want to do things such as go on a vacation or, even go out. I wanted to do things with the kids as a family. And those things were few and far between. But when I was working on my schooling, I couldn't understand why there wasn't a level of support. I could not understand that at all. I didn't understand it. I also, as I started to make more money in my field, once I was educated more, I started to hear snide remarks about me making more money and how that was different, or how my career took off and this one didn't. So hearing those things makes you feel some kind of way, as people say. But as I hear other people talking about it, I have to remind myself that I am not the only person who has experienced this, nor am I the only person who will ever experience this. I need you to understand this. You deserve to be happy. You deserve a person who supports you. You deserve someone who makes you feel as if they want you to be in their lives. And let me be clear, I am not bashing my ex-husband. So before anyone says, oh, she's man bashing, I'm not. I'm simply sharing how I felt and a few of the things that happened. Okay? The marriage didn't work. It is what it is. But as I hear other people speak on it and where they currently are or where they were at one point, I can understand it. I can relate to it. It's relatable because I've experienced some of that. But again, I am that walking testimony for you. I made it through. Now, I don't suggest you stay as long as I did. Now, I'm not telling you to leave your spouse. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying really do some self-reflection and determine if the relationship or marriage that you're currently in is adding value to you? Is adding value? Is it too taxing on you? Is it stressing you out? Is it making you unhealthy? Not just physically, but mentally as well. We have to protect our space. We do, even from the people who we love. And that right there, I'm going to add a disclaimer, also applies to family members. Because let me tell you, I done cut some folks off because my mental health and my physical health deserves to be the best that it can be. I need to be present in all of the moments. But if I am distracted with the way other folks are acting and the things that they are doing that are harmful to me, then I cannot be my best self. And for those of you who are going through something, I want you to know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. But I need to say this to you, and you may not like it. You have to do something about it. You have to do something about it. Remember this saying, faith without works is dead. People say all the time, oh, I believe. Great. But what are you doing to help things to change? What are you doing to make sure what you need is being given? I know. If we're talking about our spouse or our significant other, sometimes for some of us, you feel afraid to bring up certain, to bring up certain topics because it could lead to a disagreement. But what I have to say to that is, if you can't talk to your spouse about anything, that is a huge issue. That is a huge issue because in that home, there should be two-way communication. Everybody should be able to share how it is that they feel without fear of retaliation, rejection, being unseen, unheard. That is not what we should be doing in healthy relationships. Now, you're probably saying, well, how do you know? You got divorced. I did. But what I learned from that is what I don't need nor want. Also, in my previous relationship, because I know you're thinking about that also, I learned also that doesn't work for me, being mistreated verbally or spoken down to or not supported. Those are things that I can no longer allow. You hear the word? Allow to happen to me, because we teach people how to treat us. And what we allow, they're going to come to believe is acceptable behavior. And it is not. It is not. So I am telling you today, it doesn't matter if it is your spouse, significant other, family members, such as parents, brothers, sisters, even children. Today I say to you, you let nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, steal your joy. You do not. Because what I have found, not just in my experience, but in my research, while we are sitting here hurt and sitting in that space that has been created, that negativity around us, those folks have gone on about their business and they are living their best lives. They hadn't even thought about us. Yet here we are, sulking and sad and feeling bad about what we didn't do or how we might have made them feel, when in actuality, it was them who hurt us. So let us let us remember this. We are worthy. We are enough. And starting this day, say it with me, starting this day, we will allow nothing or anyone to steal our joy. We are going to be our best selves. We are going to be the best version of ourselves. We are going to achieve every goal that we set out for us. And what we know is this, what is for us is for us. And again, faith without works is dead. If you believe in the Most High, what He said that He will do for you, then you act on that. You work. That's what you do. That's what you do. Hold on to your joy. Create the happiness around you. You've got it. You have got this. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Much, much, much love.